Good afternoon. I would like to welcome you to this session, Constructing the Enemy, the Process of Violent Radicalization. I'm very much looking forward to moderating this interesting session as we need to analyze the context and the reasons that underlie radicalization processes that might lead to violent extremism. We have spoken in the first sessions in the broader picture. So allow myself to address a few personal words before giving the podium to our panelists. Violent extremism is a centuries-old phenomenon. My grandparents and parents experienced Hitler's nationalist and fascist rule during the Second World War in Germany as soldiers, mothers, prisoners, widows, and children. In the 1970s, I was a child. I was growing up in West Germany. The Red Army Fraction, RAF, planted bombs in shopping centers, kidnapped people, and killed their targets. In 1972, during the Munich Olympic Games, Palestinian extremists invaded the Olympic Village, kidnapping Israeli sportsmen. In the attempt to free the hostages, 17 people died. After the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1990, I worked as camera assistant in Berlin and documented countless stories of right-wing extremist deeds against asylum seekers in former East Germany. And in 2000, I moved to Beirut, Lebanon, as journalist and witnessed the killing of Lebanese Prime Minister Rafiq Hariri. In 2008, in Lebanon, radicals from different political factions took to the streets of Beirut and engaged in street battles. And in 2016, I reported about the Syrian war as correspondent based in Lebanon and the battle in Aleppo, where pro-regime troops and opposition groups, some of them being Islamist extremists, were fighting each other. I'm 47 years old, and I claim to have lived a very protected life. I didn't grow up in a war zone. I grew up in wealthy Germany. Even when moving to Beirut, I didn't feel that I immersed myself into an extremist environment. And yet, during this lifespan of 47 years, I experienced directly and indirectly, through accounts of my grandparents and parents, through the media, through personal witness, a wide range of violent extremism in two different geographic settings. Why do people like Ulrike Meinhof, the daughter of a pastor and herself being a renowned journalist, join the Red Army Fraction and kidnap and kill people? Why would German youth go and do what they call hunting Vietnamese when they go and threaten and sometimes kill asylum seekers? Extremism in a wealthy and democratic country like Germany seems even more disturbing than extremism in Arab countries where people have suffered from oppression through Arab dictatorships or from Israeli occupation, where people suffer from little economic opportunities and have nothing to lose. But what about the educated young Arabs who turn extremists? What about someone like Mohammed Atta, a Lebanese student studying in a German university, directing a plane to the World Trade Center on 9/11? So in this session, I hope that we can explore different aspects that might lead persons or societies or groups to become extremists, violent extremists. Because once we know at least some of the reasons, we can act as civil society and work against these reasons.